morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Aramis Reyes. Aramis was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus was his shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, with a review of another neat new drone. This is the Eachine E017. Now, the Eachine E017, as you can see here, is a tiny little drone. This is intended for beginner flyers only. It runs around the price range of $20, and that should help beginners enter into this hobby. Okay, the intent of this drone is to help you to learn how to fly, okay? This isn't a cinematic drone. It does not have a camera. Its whole purpose is to teach beginner flyers the basics of flight, particularly in using the controls, the throttle, the yaw, the pitch, and the roll. Learning how to use that. Now, this only weighs 23 grams with the included battery. What that means, since this does not have a camera, is this does not require registration in nearly every country in the world, folks. So that's a good point right there. Additionally, it's nicely made. You know, it has a nice protective shell along with very good prop guards slash prop ducts to help improve the efficiency of these propellers. Give you a little more flight time, even though the flight time is going to still be kind of short because that is a really tiny motor or battery. I'll talk about that here shortly. Now, this is powered by 615 brushed motors, which means these motors will eventually fail with time. Okay, but you should have enough flight time with this, you know, just playing with it, to once you learn the basics then you want to move on. You don't want to fly this forever, even though these are kind of fun. You'll see that I'm going to probably have a lot of fun with this. I like flying these little toy drones. They're a lot of fun. That's just it. Okay, now this is powered by a little 3.7 volt 150 milliamp hour battery. The dimensions of this battery, if you don't, you know, I recommend getting these bundled at the time of purchase if you can, but if not, the dimensions of this battery is 95 millimeters in length, 65 millimeters in width, and 30 millimeters in thickness. So you should be able to find a battery of that size with this little, I forgot what these are called, MCX plugs. Let me show you that plug up close here, folks. That's what you want to look for, that particular plug, when you do go purchasing spare batteries, if you do buy spare batteries for this. Now, this has 3 different rates that you control, beginner, intermediate, and expert. And what that does, folks, when you select them, is it increases the tilt angle and thus the speed of the drone. But you activate them by pressing into the right pitch roll stick. Okay, this is pitch and this is roll. That controls pitch and roll tilt of the drone. But you can increase the angles of those pitches and rolls by pressing this. You'll hear a beep, 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 beep. The third beep is expert rate, beginner, intermediate, and expert, in other words. Let's see, what else about this? It also has several flight modes for it. It can do automatic flips, where you tell it, I'll show you how to do that, but you press this button here. It says 3D flip on the controller, and then you can move the right control stick in any direction to tell it which direction this drone will flip, and it'll do such automatically. It also has headless mode, which means that the drone can be pointed in any direction, but it doesn't care. I'll have to just demonstrate that. It's hard to explain headless mode, folks, but I'll demonstrate it downstairs when we go flying in my indoor flight test facility. It also has altitude hold. Now, that's one feature I was hoping they'd withhold it or be able to turn off altitude hold. Altitude hold is good for beginners. They don't have to worry about adjusting the throttle to maintain altitude, but that is a skill that you really need to learn, especially if you're interested in becoming an FPV pilot, flying FPV racer drones. Those don't have altitude hold, so you know that's a detriment if you become dependent on altitude hold. My dog wants to come in here. I'm ignoring her right now, but hold on, I'll be with you. Okay, it also has one key return, which is not return to home. I'll demonstrate that also downstairs when we go flying. And there was one unadvertised feature. It supposedly has a spin rotating mode, and we'll try to demonstrate that too. I'm not sure what this does because it's not in the user manual or in the ads for this, but by pressing this button, this supposedly rotates. We'll find out. Some of these have circle position and high-speed rotation. And those are usually activated by holding it down for a few seconds. We'll see if that actually has that when we take it down into the basement. Now let's go over the controller. The controller is well labeled with all the features, what it can do. This is your headless mode and your one key return. They say return to home. This is not return to home. It's one key return. True return to home, where it returns and lands itself, requires a GPS system. This does not have a GPS system, so this is not capable of doing return to home. It's capable of doing one key return, and I'll show you what that is when we go flying in the basement. This is your flip button. You press it and then you tell it which direction to flip by moving the pitch roll stick. This is your throttle and yaw control. This is that rotate button I told you about, and we're going to try that off. Or try that down in the basement, and it has an on-off switch right here. It is powered by 3 AAA batteries, as you see here. I got high quality batteries here from the dollar store, Dollar Tree. That's about it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, it does have trim control. Some people say it does not have trim. It does, and to activate trim you need to push into the throttle stick, like a button. You hear that clicking? You push in and hold it, and then if it's drifting to the left, you want to bump it to the right until the drifting stops. Say if it's drifting forward, then you bump it backwards until the drifting stops while holding down on this left stick. So it does have trim. Let's go over what you get in the box. And there is the box right there. You get the instruction manual. It's actually pretty well written, although it's very tiny print. But it's in English, German, French, Spanish, and Italian. So multi-language instruction manual. You get the drone. You get 1 or 2 batteries, depending which version you purchase. You get the controller. You get, there's another one of those batteries. You get the battery charger. These little batteries can be charged either through a wall charger or through your USB port on your computer, because they're such small milliampere hour, 150 milliampere hour. The power port of a computer will easily be able to charge that. You also get a full set of spare props, and you get a propeller. This is used to wedge or to lever out the prop when you change it. You know, usually I use a butter knife to do this, but if you got a propeller, it makes it much more easier. You get it in there and then you wedge it off. You know, you lever it off, in other words, and then you put on the new propeller. And you also get a tiny Phillips screwdriver, and this really has no purpose since there is no screws on this particular drone that I could find, and there is no screw on the controller for the battery holder. So in other words, they just threw in a screwdriver for you, so you get an extra screwdriver. So oh no, this is not a bad package for, I guess it runs around the $20 price range. Perfect for beginner flyers to learn to fly. So let's take it downstairs and actually demonstrate it. So hope you enjoy these flights. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and welcome to the Quadcopter 101 indoor flight test facility for the test flight of the Eachine E017. Okay, to start this up, we need to first plug in the battery, making sure we got the polarity correct. And there's only one way this is going to plug in, and let me get it in there properly. Now, this is always, there we go. Got it. And then you put the drone on a flat level surface and turn on the controller. And then move this right stick full up, then full down, and that connects the controller to the drone. Now before we take off, I want to calibrate the gyros on this. You know, that's a flat level surface, relatively flat level. And we can calibrate the gyros to help for level flight by bringing both sticks down and holding them to the right. And notice the blinking light on the drone. Let's do that one more time to show you. Blinking light on the drone, and it tells us the gyro has been calibrated. Now we're also going to set the headless mode direction off in that direction there, and to do that you bring both sticks down and to the left. Okay, maybe I'm a liar there. Okay, this one on, it doesn't blink or doesn't do anything, but it'll remember takeoff direction as the headless mode direction, and we'll talk about that here shortly, as that being the general direction. So we're more or less ready to take off. Now to start the motors on this drone, all we need to do is push the throttle stick upward, and that should bring it into, here I'm going to get down a little lower, that should bring it into idle. Let's see if that does that. Yes, it does. And then to go up, we just give it throttle. And then let go of the stick, and it's actually nicely trimmed, but I'm going to trim it a little to the left. I'm holding down this stick here on the left, and then bumping, and coming back to, I want to add a little bit of forward drift. And that's about perfect. Okay? So this is holding its position very well, folks. Let's go up a little higher. And we're going to go forward, and we're going to do the head automatic one key return. Now, the one key return, which is, they call it return to home, you activate by pressing and holding this left button here. And see, it comes backwards toward us. Now, this is not a return to home. What happens if, say, we're over here to the left and we press that button? It can actually fly away from us, folks. So it is not a true return to home and landing. Let's talk about one key return, headless mode. Let's quick press the button. We are in headless mode, and I'm pointing the drone sideways, but I'm pushing forward. Notice that is always forward, toward me is always back, left, and right. And that is based on the direction the drone was pointed when it took off. We can also pirouette the drone. By the way, this is flying very smoothly, very nicely. This is actually very good for beginners. So I'm turning off the headless mode by quick press. We did headless mode. Let's try flips. Pressing the flip button and telling it to do a right flip. Coming down a bit. Flip button, forward flip. Flip button, left flip. Flip button, back flip. Works really nicely, folks. It's very smooth flyer, I gotta say that. Okay, let's try that rotate button. We'll do a quick press, and it does rapid spin, stopping it. How about a long press? No, it don't matter. So let's bring that back over and show you that. That's pretty cool, though, actually. Bringing it toward me, turning it away a bit, and then pressing that rotate button. Cool little drum. Very, very good beginner's drum. Let's see we can do how it flies around the area. Oh, it is so smooth, folks. And the altitude hold is nice on this one. You know, a lot of these altitude hold drones, they'll go up toward the ceiling and try all kinds. They just don't work properly. This one works real well. Let's go to higher rate now. Which button was the rates? The right button. Second rate. Nice and very maneuverable. How about expert rate? Expert rate is not too bad either. Actually, it's very controllable, even in expert rate. Nice little beginners learn to fly drone. I think this one's probably going to be best flown indoors, folks. The reason being those prop guards, those ducks can really catch the wind, but we'll try it outdoors too, just to see if it flies outdoors. But if I tried all the features on it, I did the flips. Let's see, do another flip. Come back down here. Forward flip. Back flip. Spin. It's got everything a beginner would like. And it's only 20 bucks, around the 20 buck price range. And it's a very nice little flyer. Very, very controllable. I'm surprised how well this flies. I'm just doing figure eights around the area, funnels, reverse funnels, and high rate, expert rate. Let's go around the stanchion. How about if it bumps into something? Let's see here. Let's come over to the wall and see what happens. Can we bump into things, or is it going to crash when it bumps into something? Yeah, it can. So be aware of that, folks. Okay, let's put it back on the pad. Blinking lights. Let's see if I can set the gyro. Okay, there we go. I brought it down and did a gyro recal down and to the right, like I did there. And let's take the air again. Throttle. Okay, drift to the left. Let's fix that trim. And bring it up and show you. Very easily done. It's drifted forward a bit, so bump it back to the right. And there we go. So, well done, little drone from Eachine. Well done, beginner's drone. Very maneuverable, easy to fly. This is well done. Good job, Eachine. I like these little toy ones. They're a blast. I get a kick out of them. You know, I fly them indoors. Can you guys do this? Yeah, most of you can, actually. Nice little drone, folks. Nice little drone. Okay, the lights are starting to flash. Let's bring it in close. What does that mean? When you see those lights flashing like that, the red, the blue, and the red in the back, that means we're getting low on battery power. So we'll see you know, what it does. Usually when you're low on battery power, you can't do any more flips. Let's see if that's true. That's true. You can't with this one. So we'll fly it until it lands itself or crashes, whichever comes first. Fun little toy. Okay, yeah, like I said, don't poo-poo these toy drones. They are a lot of fun. Okay, a lot of us that have been flying for a while still get a kick out of these little things because they are really fun to fly. So that is the Eachine E017. That's its flight time, folks. It just landed there. Not a bad little drone. I do want to take it outdoors, though. I want to see what it does outdoors, if it can fly outdoors. So we'll do that next. So hope you enjoyed this part of the flight. Okay, we're going to now try the outdoor flight of the Eachine E017. I already got it plugged in, so we're good to go there. I'm going to put it on the ground and turn on the controller and give it a little throttle. Okay, since we're outdoors, the first thing I want to do is go into high rate. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So let's see how this flies outdoors. Actually, not too bad. Going up. Bringing it back down. Not a bad little drone. You know, for 20 bucks, this teaches you everything you really need to know. Now, like I said, I wish they had a version where you could turn off the altitude hold. That would be awesome. But the way it is right now, not too bad at all. Let's send it up. Going up, 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 up. Now, I'm not going to go too high because I don't want it to blow away. It's a tiny little thing. And this could probably be caught by the wind if a big breeze came along, but there's not much breeze right now. Okay, since we're outdoors, let's try flip. Don't want to flip. Okay, oh no, that's rates. Okay, I want to be in high rate. Let's try it. Let's go up wind a bit and flip. Bring it over. Flip. 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 So yeah, it's a fun little drone. Great little thing to learn to fly with. Perfect, actually, to learn to fly with for beginner pilots. And you learn these sticks, the controls. That is the objective of having one of these little $20 drones. Learn how to use the sticks. And you become very proficient with it. Trust me, that's how I learned. I learned on toy drones. In fact, most people did. Now, there are folks out there who said, no, I got that $1,000 DJI. Don't start with a $1,000 drone, folks. You're taking a big chance of losing a lot of money. Start with a little $20 toy drone, and you'll learn the important things that you need to know. So, okay, let me see if I can go under and around that tree. Coming down, coming down, coming down. Going around, see if I can come back. Another thing you can learn with this is orientation techniques, how to determine which way's front and which way's back. And how I do that is I push forward, and if it's turning to the left, I turn left, and that drone comes back toward me. If I go over here and notice it's going to the right, all I need to do is turn right until the movement stops and it comes back toward me. So that's another thing you learn with this. Okay, the wind's picking up. That's what I wanted to see. Can it fight the wind? No, it's having a hard time. Okay, we got a wind about 6-7 miles per hour, and it's fighting it, but it's coming into it. So yeah, mainly indoor flyer, folks. Although it can be fun outdoors if it's a low wind day. Fun toy. Fun toy indeed. I enjoy it. Did I say good morning at the beginning of this flight? Because it's, as you can tell, it's late evening or late afternoon. But I wanted to get a flight out with this. I wanted to get this review out. Oh, a fun little drone. I never get tired of these toys. There's my dog. She wants to come out here. She sees me out here. Hey, you forgot about me. This is a funnel, by the way, folks. This is how you do a funnel. You give it full forward pitch, and then you give it rotation of yaw, like so. My dog wants to join us. She's right behind me. I can feel her. Say hello. She don't want to see it. I'm going to bring it closer. What is that? She don't want it. What is that? What is that? Oh, she's under. Oh, now she's wrapped her leash around my legs. Okay, we still in beginner rate. Oh, there we go. Expert rate. What is that? Oh, there she goes, wrapping herself around me again. What is that? What is that? I don't want her to eat that. Oh, she's going after it. She wants it. She wants it. No, you can't have it. No, 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 no. So we're going to call it quits here, folks. My dog's going mental right now. And there it goes in the tree. We're going to call it quits here before she eats it. So, and we're low battery now anyways. So that is the Eachine E017. Fun little beginner's drone. Great to learn to fly with. I highly recommend it. It's Quadcopter 101, signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.